Someone's in a hurry to get you done. Well, man, heard something weird.
I'm gonna go check it out.
It's probably just a seagull. The system goes nuts every time those big ugly birds fly by the cameras.
It could be a drone, you know? Chinese can make them like
Please, no!
What's with that weird bird effigy?
The annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
What's new is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
Look here,
Say, is that the, Master Ceremonies? One more area cool.
If the pressure drops just a bit, the locking mechanism fails and Miss Washington won't be able. What part of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measures?
that kind of intelligent thing. Oh man, do you remember that one that belonged to that Indian Chandra Gupta fella? You do. Seriously, hey, you're in the match now. Me? You're in the match now. I'm multiple Tony award-winning. Help me! No, you gotta help me!
What's...
Oh, that's...
Yo, that's gonna hurt!
What about that Mayan stone? Maybe by keeping that to ourselves. No need for another.
Master.
That's the Master of Ceremonies. Show him what he's about.
Who's this guy? Oh!
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Look at you, Finnegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia, Washington.
Ah, one more, I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside. Well...
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Like Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out of reach places like the ramparts. And the first initiate to collect enough tokens undergoes the polygraph test with the chairwoman. If you're deemed worthy, you get promoted to ARC member.
I could do that.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Depends on your pain threshold, I guess. You see, Zoe Washington upped the stakes this year. Word is, she's brought an ECT device to the interview.
Wait, electroshock? But that's torture.
Some would call it therapeutic.
Wow, I knew the twins were hardcore, but this takes the cake. Count me out. Psst, Cheryl.
You wouldn't have to have one of those.
Say, is that the,
Oh,
one more area cordoned off? Right, there's gotta be another token around here.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on!
What sort of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy?
Good work, 47. You've got all the tokens needed to gain access to the initiation. I suggest you find your way to the screening room. There was an ornate door near the courtyard. Hand in your tokens there.
Initiate. Let's see those tokens.
Congratulations, Initiate. Now the real trial begins.
Hey, Miss Washington. An initiate has completed the treasure hunt. Yeah, understood. Bringing him to the interrogation room now. So, you think you got what it takes, Initiate? Think you got the stomach for what comes next?
I can hold my own.
Is that so? You some kind of tough guy?
Tough is for amateurs.
Oh, Miss Washington's gonna have a field day with you.
Welcome, Initiate. Take a seat. Good. Now pay attention. This is a polygraph machine hooked up to an ECT device. That's short for electroconvulsive therapy, and I assure you it packs quite a punch. In a moment, Ms. Zoe Washington is going to ask you a series of questions, and I suggest you answer truthfully, or the machine will know. Is that clear?
Very.
Good man.
Solid work, 47. Let's see if you can't turn this interrogation to your advantage.
So, you made it this far, Initiate, but now the real test begins. Is the machine operational?
The ECT device is set to medium voltage. I don't recommend going higher than that. This setup is still largely untested.
Well, as long as the Initiate speaks the truth, we won't need to. Has my colleague explained the rules to you?
Exhaustive.
Good. Let's begin. And do not attempt to deceive me. First question. Are you the best in your field?
No.
He's not telling the truth.
Now, why would you lie when the truth plays in your favor? Do you think this is some kind of joke, Initiate? If so, trust me, you are sorely mistaken. Amp up the voltage.
Yes, Madam Chairwoman.
Now, let's try something else. Are you a follower of our late founder, Janus?
Yes.
False. Look, I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Initiate, but I'm warning you. Do not test me again. Increase the voltage.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you have an ulterior motive for being here?
No.
Nope. He's lying.
Enough! Don't say I didn't warn you, Initiate. You brought this on yourself. Crank it. All the way up.
Madam Chairwoman, Zoe, are you sure that's wise? I don't even know how far this thing goes. Could be dangerous.
Do it. Now, moment of truth, Initiate. Are you pretending to be someone you're not?
No.
He's not telling the truth.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
I bet this would make the constant come quietly. But first things first, 47. Focus on the target.
Right now, out the way you came. Let's go.
not happen, you hear me? Out.
Man, man, you're looking jacked. Cloud serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the serpent's tomb. Extraordinary.
It's a flipping necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally has the necklace in her hand when Nathaniel repels from the ceiling, triggers this ancient death trap, and, murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
On and off. Currently way off, which explains the added security.
I don't follow.
Think about it. Why the need for an alarm system? We're all filthy rich. Except...
I see. Blake thinks Sophia might try and steal back the necklace before it's sealed in the Ark of the Legacy. Good grief. I want her among thieves, huh?
I'll say.
Cave.
He saw us. Cut down
Right.
a dozen
Hello, sir.
I don't care if he spends the rest of his days as a washed-up beach bum playing in an Eagles cover band.
Huh?
It came from over there. Look into it.
10-4. Negative. We're good.
Sure.
Damn.
What was that noise? Hey, you! Guard! Wait, no!
Ah! Don't do that! Ah!
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
Zoe, did you put her up to this?
Did I put her up to this? How delightfully obscure.
You know what I'm talking about. Someone took the cloud serpent, and I think we both know who it was.
You think so, yeah? Oh, Blake. You dumb son of a bitch.
Are you saying she doesn't want it?
Of course she wants it. But she wants it from you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You figure it out. I don't have the time or the crayons to explain it to you. Men.
Mr. Nathaniel?
What am I looking at?
Why, that's a... Oh my. But... it's gone. It can't be. What, the alarm.
Expertly disabled, I assume.
But... there was someone here the whole time. And besides, stealing from the Order? No Ark member would be so foolish or disrespectful. The patrons neither. Maybe one of the custodians took it to be polished, or...
Oh, no. I know exactly what happened. Or who happened.
You do? Who's the culprit?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. All right, I'll take care of this. Back to work. Or whatever the hell it is you do around here.
Man? Yeah, I'm gonna need some backup over at Sgàil. That situation.
should have my mercs toss you out on your ass. Haha, nice try, Sophia. But you can't...
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
Climate change. Sophia walks.
Good day to you, sir.
Miss Washington.
Sophia,
Blake? I almost didn't recognize you without a knife in my back.
I messed up.
Oh, hello,
I see
sir.
that now. Can we talk?
This should be good. Follow me.
I never really thought about it.
When I was little, my dad used to let me ask me and my
Certainly a bold design. What's the power source gonna be?
Excellent, 47. Let's give Sophia her heart's desire, shall we?
You've got 1 minute.
I did wrong by you, Sophia. I see that now, and I want to make amends. Here, this is rightfully yours.
Well, well. Look who comes crawling back. Leave us. You know, we lost 3 men because of you. Wickus was crushed by a rolling boulder. Jaco fell into a pit trap, and Zoe and me, we only escaped the arrows by using one of the local guides as a human shield. Now, this is a nice gesture, but it doesn't even begin to make amends.
I know. May I?
Fine, but not too tight. You know, I thought about sending the boys after you. Grab the necklace and cut your throat ear to ear. You probably wonder why I didn't. The truth is, you beat us, Blake. I don't deny it. And I can't very well get even if you're dead. So, consider yourself warned. You know, old Montezuma thought this thing was bad luck. What a loser.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
Over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay them their last respect. I have the star of the Prague Philharmonic
What was that?
on stage. Play. On the arm, for God's sake. And you're telling me that you lost the sodding dagger?
I'm really sorry, ma'am. My team received no notification. You sure they didn't give you a crate number?
Not to give me a crate number. I was told you people would have it under control.
Fine, fine. I'll go and have another look.
See that you do. And when you do, the town found his body maybe.
Christ's sake.
More pressure. Just what I need.
Why I think about it,
make one mistake and they... Shit!
Scientists and engineers. Develop all oh, God.
Okay.
How did something like this happen? People have no respect anymore.
Hey, identify yourself.
Got another step.
So, ARC members there. No. Clients basically buy ARC inside the product.
Freezing to death up here.
I'm made up there. A real one, with actual spikes.
The council's still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, thus one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't have to be Jebediah long.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you died yesterday. With a final touch of your burial mask and ceremonial dagger. Oh, why, you'll look like a king of old. My unique polymer preserves your body for millennia. Longer even than the pharaohs, which were days down by. We can't very well display you before your fellows without your prize dagger. She tells me it's
Life is a funny thing.
I have no
You don't think about it much.
stab Rasputin.
It's gone.
Oh, you must be very important to be laid to rest with such a valuable artifact, Mr. Janet. Wow.
Step back and let me deal with this. Thanks.
Okay, there we are, Mr. Janet.
No!
Now what the hell is going on? Move out!
Copy that.
Command, do you read me? Over.
No, whoa! I saw that! What are you, brain damage?
Help!
Don't do
Someone, please help me! Whoa!
I could have sworn.
We're all set. Cue the music.
You, playing dead? This takes me back. Good thinking, 47.
Who gave the signal? Everything seems to be in order. Suppose we move ahead.
Thank you for coming, everyone. The service shall begin in a moment.
Thank you all for coming. As Janus' successor, it falls upon me to say a few words. I'll keep it brief, for there is little I can say that does the man justice. Janus was our founder, and like all true visionaries, he was far ahead of the curve. While we, the privileged class, were blissfully toasting the end of history, Janus saw the writing on the wall. As a veteran of the Cold War, Janus knew better than anyone that when true disaster strikes, the rich are as damned as everyone else, unless we work together. Janus never got to see the collapse, but died peacefully in his sleep. And yet, what he started in 1991 will one day be hailed as the dawn of a new age. One where the best among us can thrive, uninhibited. This is Janus' legacy. Long live his memory. And now, you are welcome to pay the founder your last respects.
So long, old man.
People always are.
You had a better run than most. And I... Most successful spy in modern history. Oh, and that whole Jasper Knight incident was just...
He died the way he lived.
Anyway, let's enjoy your rest. You've earned it.
Easy for you to say. Some of these moments that Sophia and Lance had to do with his death.
Now, why would they think you'd be capable of a thing like that?
Wow, so fierce-looking even in death.
Get it?
The mortician is a genius. I totally believe that you once wrestled a brown bear to a tie. Anyway, Godspeed, Mr. Janus. Sorry I never knew you.
Goodbye, Janus. We won't forget you. Odd how you helped shape the 20th century, and yet nobody knows your name.
Das Vidania, old boy. You were always the best of us. I still can't believe I never got to beat you at chess.
So long, my dear. I can't believe you're gone. Last of the greats. I'll make sure those naive fools who replaced you won't mess things up too bad. Don't you worry.
Goodbye, old friend. And thank you for everything. Rest assured, I will finish what you started.
So, here we are. You didn't want me and Sophia taking over, fought us tooth and nail, but a fat lot of good it did you. The partners, they turned a deaf ear, and deep down, Janus, you know why. Because, for all your smarts, you're just rank and file. Pedestrian, middle-class blah. And we have the one thing merit can't buy. Blue blood. That's right. Good old-fashioned pedigree. That is why Sophia and me will one day be partners of Providence and you'll spend eternity as a wax figure. So long, mastermind.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia, Washington.
Don't save your ammo on this guy!
Take care, sir.
Clouds. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 5 minutes.
Whoa! Stop that!
Command, anybody there? Come in.
The council meeting. You know what it's about.
Hello, sir.
Ah, here's something, 47. According to this email thread, Sophia Washington has recruited one of the architects in a plan to discredit the Constant. Sounds promising.
The thing I am a little worried about is the daylight issue. I read somewhere that people go mad when it never gets dark.
47. Olivia is trying to locate Mr. Sinclair's cell number. See if we can't contact him directly. Stand by.
Do a little research into pandemics. Some of the vulnerabilities in so-called modern sanitation practices. Kaboom! Seriously.
I would have said the same thing if
There, we have Sinclair's number. Making the call now. Keep your eyes peeled, 47.
it's not worth a damn thing if your property's underwater.
The Arctic's not even all that cold, if you think about it. Huh? People already live up there.
This is he.
You'll give them better resources. Hyperborea could be
Yeah,
as
I'm just gonna have to stop you right there. I'm perfectly happy with my subscription, and no, I was not aware of that. But I'm still not interested. Right. Okay, listen, lady. You're wasting my time and yours, okay? Don't call this number again. Huh? Yeah, I just love to clean up other people's shit. And off.
That's Sinclair, all right. And those are the blueprints for the poison chip. Should come in handy.
nice evening.
I suppose.
No robe, no mask. Which rank are you?
Oh, I'm more of an outside observer, Mr.
Name's Sinclair. I'm Chief Technical Designer at Quonset Industries.
The name rings a bell.
Here, I think it might interest you.
What's this?
I think you know. The chip in your neck is my design, which means I can override it for a price.
Most interesting. Meet me at the tower and be discreet. We can't be seen together.
Always am.
Evening, sir. Please come in. Have a seat. It's lovely by the fireplace.
May I see those blueprints again, please? Interesting. All right, Mr. Sinclair. I'm listening.
Don't. In fact, forget all I said.
Excuse me?
This wasn't my idea. Sophia Washington. She's the one who told me to approach you. It's all a trap.
Go on.
I never asked why. I just went along because she's the boss.
And you're telling me this now? Why?
Let's just say I don't like to get my hands dirty.
I see. Thank you for your candor, Mr. Sinclair. You have been most helpful. Hang on for a moment. Sophia, I need to see you at the tower. I'm sure you are, and no, it can't.
Nicely done, 47. This should put Sophia firmly in the doghouse.
I am sorry you got dragged into this. Sophia is spectacularly ambitious. Unfortunately, like most people of her ilk, she lacks humility and a sense of station.
And who are you, exactly?
A humble advisor. Nothing more.
Power without responsibility. Nothing humble about that.
You have my interest, Mr. Sinclair. I think we'll speak again. For now, you will excuse me.
All right, I'm here. Are you gonna tell me what's so damn important?
Ah, Sophia. I believe you know, Mr. Sinclair.
Good evening, sir.
We've met. What of it?
I don't blame you for trying, Sophia. Just for failing. Upstairs. Now.
It's your word against mine, you know.
That's your play. I recommended you and Zoe to the partners. Against my mentor's wishes because I saw something in you. And this is how you repay me? You think because the partners noticed you that you have their trust, their confidence. I have served them for decades, and you don't even know their names.
And yet, you're the one with the poison chip in your neck, and I'm the one holding the trigger.
You? They gave it to you.
Ouch. That's gotta sting. I mean, the constant is like the voice of God, right? Only he speaks for the partners. Surely they wouldn't dream of undermining his authority. Only the partners are old school, aren't they? They recognize class, pedigree, birds of a feather, and all that. And you weak middle class. You carry the stake of public transportation. And while you have spent decades climbing the corporate ladder, me and Zoe, we've got ourselves a private elevator and it goes straight to the top.
Don't fool yourself, Sophia. They may use you to punish me, but you're a tool, nothing more. And this pathetic ruse news only shows me how much you have yet to learn.
I've said my piece. We're done here, boss.
Zoe, pick up. Yeah, it's me. Listen, I screwed up. The Sinclair scheme, it blew up in my face, and the Constant, he knows. He hasn't told the partners. Not yet anyway, but I sort of lost my shit and waved the kill switch in front of his face, so who knows what he's capable of. This is starting to look like a shoot first and ask forgiveness later scenario. I don't know why. Who knows what that man is thinking? I say, flick the switch and blame the terrorists. No, hear me out, sis. They somehow infiltrated the island, had the Constant at gunpoint. You and me, we got there at the last moment. We had no choice. The Constant was compromised. It was the only way to protect the partners. It's what he would have wanted. Of course, it's risky, but so is not doing anything. We'll owe him. Fine. You're right. Too many variables. We'll bide our time. For now. Thanks, sis.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill.
That man's looking jacked.
They say it belonged to Montezuma himself.
It was lost for over 500 years. You know my answer.
Council's still in session? No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council. He's one of the original 5, the first people to fund the Ark Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington screaming Block's name while beating up a pillow cushion. Oh, she was properly pissed.
Jeez, must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What am I, paparazzi? I just work for these assholes. Same as you.
Well, keep me posted, in case teeth start flying.
Can do.
You are currently trespassing in restricted area. Enough of this! Show contact! Fire! Fire! Contact! Chief! Oh my god, get help! Damn it! I don't have visual! Where is he? Anyone got him? Huh? He's gone! He's gone!
Come on, how copy, over? We've got a certified nuisance that be addressed.
Huh?
The council has been usurped by Locke's civil trees. This vote can't possibly be binding, can it?
Mr. Block, You look troubled.
You're James.
I'm a friend of the Ark Society, yes. If I may be so bold, I heard about your predicament, and, well, I believe I may offer a fresh perspective.
Sure.
All right. Say the world does collapse. The weather goes haywire, the poles melt, and the Ark Society heads off to a comfortable Arctic sanctuary, while the rest of civilization falls into chaos.
That's about the gist of it. Sounds great to me. No more needy assholes. Why wait?
Well, you do realize what kind of place it'll be, right?
What are you talking about?
100 or so people. No market, no economy, no social structures. It will be like a space colony. Everyone equal and dependent on each other. It will be egalitarian, sir. It will be, well, communist.
God, that's what I paid almost $2 billion for? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Merely food for thought, Mr. Block. Good night.
I need to, think. That's gonna...
Sophia the steamer. What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in charge of the brain on both?
Modern society being what it is, my guess is that it's heading to lab.
Did I miss the keynote?
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around. You're a stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Well, who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Well, you've certainly placed yourself at the crossroads of history. Nicely done, 47.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Yea or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of... Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try, but I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and I, we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Zoe Washington.
Move out, all you got! Loud and clear! Hey!